Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another day of doing tactics in order to train our chess vision. A little bit specialized this time. First of all, I've turned to lichess.org and I've bought myself a mouse. Um, I bought myself a mouse to use arrows, and then I realized that the arrows on chess tempo are really, really ugly. And I was looking for a couple of other options and I settled on Lichess, which is where I play a lot of my chess in any case. Uh, I've also used one of Lichess's functions to reduce the level of the tactics. So usually my tactics are, um, I think on this account it's like 2000, and I've done the minus 300. So we're doing around 1700 Lichess tactics here. And then the other thing that I've done is I've targeted only Sicilian tactics from the black side. So this is me training specifically the tactics that I experience and see in my openings. And I'll do this with perhaps the Najdorf especially, then I'll perhaps do it with the King's Indian from the black side, King's Indian Fiocchetto variation from the white side and black side, maybe a couple of Benoni games, which I also play as black, and then the Catalan and various Catalan systems. I think that this is a really wonderful problem to start us off with. I already had a look at it. The main line goes knight takes, the queen is hanging, so queen takes h5 is probably the move to follow up. There's the in-between move, knight takes e2 check. King b1 is forced because the bishop covers the d2 square, and then we recuperate the queen. And then white has this very nice, so this is, again, that's the tactic, right? But what about the tactic after the tactic? Because white's now down a piece, and white is going to play bishop e3, trying to trap the knight, right? My knight has no more squares on e2. And when I was looking at this earlier, I did cheat a little bit. I looked at this for a second earlier. My first reaction was to play e5 to give my knight retreat squares. But after rook e1, both knight f5, knight f4, and knight e4 both lose the knight because the pawn is pinned to the king. So the only actual move to save the knight in that position is bishop on a5. Oh, no, because the bishop covers that square. So I think you actually just lose the piece back. You return the piece at the end. Knight takes, queen takes, knight takes, king, bishop, bishop e3, trapping the knight. So in the end, you only win a pawn, maybe. You play knight c3 check, pawn takes, and then bishop takes here. No, you have. For some reason, I was saying bishop b6. I meant bishop c7. Bishop c7, allowing knight f5. Yeah, that's the only move. That's so creative. So let's play it. Let's see if the computer plays my line. The computer does not play my line, but it's just even worse. I did see this. and then rook f8 is the next one. Another thing I like about Lichess is that it has shortcuts. I'm a huge shortcuts person. Okay. So why can't I just take? So the line goes queen takes, fork, queen takes. If queen, knight, something like pawn, that doesn't really work because I have rook takes. If rook takes, that's the exchange on plus, en plus, in addition. And if knight takes, I'm just trading off the knights. F takes g, for example, and then king takes g. And then my simplification strategy there is probably going to be something like, I've already taken care of my back rank issues, so probably something like rook c4, rook c2, rook c8, rook c2. Okay, so that's one line. It doesn't work. Yeah, so what's my main line? I think this is my main line. Could I maybe throw in bishop takes f3 there? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it does like this the most. I definitely would have played queen takes d1 there. And yeah, this seemed the best to me. Yeah, bishop takes f3 is an interesting move. Pawn takes, and you have this as well. F takes e7, and that's actually not going anywhere. Rook here, bishop here. Yeah, very interesting. Oof. This is what I mean by the tactic after the tactic, right? Like, that's a lot of compensation, unnecessary compensation. This is the exact kind of thing I should be avoiding. Okay, so that bishop is somehow hanging. This knight is pinned to the pawn. So knight takes, pawn takes. Takes h7. Takes h2, king h2. check, king g3, knight takes check, feels like I'm getting somewhere. Rook h2, king h2, rook check, king g3 forced, knight check, king, knight check. And already I've recuperated all my material, right? I sacrificed my rook, but then I got a piece and two pawns and the exposed king. There's so many lines to calculate there. In any game, I think even master level players would just say, okay, that's good enough, right? Exposed king and equal material, right? It's just an improvement of the current position, right? So material stays the same. But there's a king in the middle of the board. Yeah, I knew that was where the tactic was going to end. I knew it. Okay. Yeah, I could see. I definitely don't want to play bishop f6, but this makes enough sense to me. Yeah, it's not mating. But as I said, it was enough. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to get rid of this queen. So knight here, right? Why is this giving me white moves? I'm only supposed to be playing black moves. Yes, so the queen has what squares? This looks more like a Budapest. I suppose it is a Sicilian. But these two pawns here make me think it's a Budapest. Can I trap the queen somehow? No. But yeah, I can just win that knight. So queen here, bishop here, maybe rook here. I'm going to hit the queen goes back, and I'm going to put my knight on d5, d6. That's my consolidation strategy there. Yeah, and black's just paralyzed in that position. Okay, so yeah, rook here. Exactly as planned. Yeah, I was imagining with queen g6, which I'm actually realizing I would get my bishop trapped in that line. Um, so I misevaluated the position there for certain. Rook here, bishop here, queen here, knight here, bishop here, queen here. And what happens after? Yeah, I guess my bishop is not trapped. But it was definitely worth consideration. It was not something that I had considered. Um, let's pause there. I'll consider that last one a failure for my misevaluation of the final position. But I think that this system is quite good, and I look forward to using it in the future with more arrows, so it's more instructive. All right, take care. Thank you for accompanying me on my chess journey, and until the next time, good luck with your own. Bye for now.